So I thought I'd do another vlog. I'm trying it on the Apple Mac this time. I don't really know how it'll work or not. Excuse the mess. I'm in the study, and as you can see, I dry my clothes in here as well. But they're all dry just now anyway. So yeah, I thought I'd do a wee vlog, just to kind of have something to do a little bit today as well. A bit lonely, a bit low. Feel like I could do with a little pick me up. I feel like I could do with speaking about stuff. So yeah, the last couple of days were really hard. I'm pretty sure that people have figured that out by my blogs. I've always been really honest and open. I really struggled to publish yesterday's one. Kind of was like, kind of putting quite a lot out there. I don't really want people to judge me, but then if people judge me, that's their own problem. So Mondays are always really hard. I can't tell you why. Probably because James goes away on a Sunday. Um, so like I've had the weekend with him and then I'm just by myself again. So I struggle just to like find stuff to do. Spent an awful lot of time last week thinking about what I'm gonna do with my life and what I do with my time. Because everyone's like, oh, don't waste your time, like don't you've got all this time off and stuff, but it's not free time. It's time to mourn the death of my son and time to try and find out how life functions when you've had such a tragedy and trauma happen to you. So although I'd love to be like, oh yes, what did you do with your year off? Well, I did lots of stuff. Actually, a lot of the time I don't really want to do much. So today I had Claire from Pilates, and then I'm supposed to have my therapy, but my counselling. But she asked me to come on Friday instead, so I had the dog walkers in booked and stuff. So actually, I went across to Claire to Pilates, which is good. I don't know, I feel sorry for Claire because I just go there and speak to her and like do a workout. But so yes, Claire and Pilates, and then I went and did the horses by myself and just left it Kim and Kelly to do the dogs. Um, so now I'm back home again, and I'm like, what to do? So it's not like the nicest day. So I'm gonna watch some movies, I think, and just kind of like chill out and stuff, and allow myself time to think about things. Um, the last couple of days have really brought back an awful lot of memories of Finlay, and it's really, really difficult to associate memories of happiness with Finlay because like it didn't have any happiness in the end. But of course, like when I was actually pregnant, I was so happy. Like I was like over the moon to be pregnant. I was over the moon to be growing Finlay. I loved. I was so proud. I was so excited. I had my days when I would hang. I remember like the days that I started doing his washing and hanging it out so it was dry and so I could put my hospital bag and stuff like that. And days when I would cook meals and start planning, and I'd be up in his nursery sorting out and stuff. So like I was really, really proud and happy and stuff. And so that's like my memories of him and kicking about and like him keeping me up or me having to get up for a pee in the middle of the night multiple times. And you know, I don't have any living memories, which is quite sad. You know, I don't have any memories of him being alive, and I've had quite a few kind of flashbacks to the day that I found out he died, and that moment of realization that he wasn't alive anymore. That's quite a difficult one. That sheer like fear and pain is like mind blowing. Um, so that's been difficult. Um, so yeah, so James away again this week, and he's away again next week. So I've decided I'll go back across to Norway and see him again because I just struggle being here by myself all week. And at least when I'm in Norway, I can kind of like go and do things. I mean, even if it's just like going for a walk and going into town and wandering around and stuff, like it is better than being here myself because I find when I'm here myself a lot, I've got a lot of time to think and stuff. And not that that's a bad thing. I think you've got to think about things and that, but actually, um, it's just nice to be somewhere new and to go and do something different and feel like a little bit proud of achieving something because I don't feel like I achieve very much here. So James and me, well, I kind of said it, and James kind of just had to go along with it. Set ourselves said that we try and do 3 things this week, like go to the gym, go for a run, go for a bike run, etc. So I'm gonna try and do that and like give me something to kind of focus on and stuff. So I'm gonna riding tomorrow. I haven't ridden for a few weeks, so that'd be good. Just kind of like difficult to get interested in things again. Um, because truly, like the only thing I want to be is a mum, and that's like been taken from me. So, um, finding like motivation to do other things is difficult, and I guess I just take it as it comes and just do it as I want to, and then that's fine. And like there's no rules to this, and I'll just take it as it is. Um, I do find I am starting to find it really difficult that my friends and stuff aren't really in contact as much. Um, I guess like I don't. I guess that's just how life is, and people just get on with life, and I unfortunately can't just get on with life. So I spend a lot of time thinking about things, and I don't have a lot of distractions. Um, and it just feels like in the initial like early days, I had a lot of people texting me, phoning me, want to come round and stuff like that, and now not so much. Um, like I don't have any plans to see anyone this week, except for possibly go for a bike run, with one of the inch bike girls. So it's quite sad. Like I feel quite like low knowing that. Like I did do some stuff last week, so it wasn't bad. I saw Val and I saw Claire and stuff. So um and speaking to other mums that are in this position, like they say that they kind of lost a lot of friends during this time phase as well, because like people kind of like move on and your life doesn't, and it's just difficult. It is difficult. I guess another thing that's difficult is that I don't want to see people's children just now. There's a few especially that I don't want to see, um, and I think that makes it more difficult. But yeah, time moves on, people move on, and I'm stuck, and that's difficult. Um, James has got his job and stuff, and although like not for 1 minute would I say that he is not still grieving Finlay and doesn't think of he'll think about him every day, but he's got a little bit of something else to focus on. So I did think like about going back to work and stuff, and is it time to do that? But it's not quite time for me to go back to work yet, but it's definitely time to start making a plan for next year to go back, because I can't spend all my time sitting at home. I've got to have some sort of routine to my day, and unfortunately, the only people that are really at home not working are people that are mummies, and I don't have anything in common with them. Like I don't have babies to walk, I don't have groups to go to and stuff, and it's so different from what it would have been like if Finlay had been here. Um, like I went to the doctor the other day to get bloods done, and she's like, "Oh, so you're on a day off?" And I was like, "Well, no, technically I'm on maternity leave, but my baby died, so yeah, it's great. Could you take a little bit of time to look at my notes before I come in?" No, no, just like 2 seconds. No, just wasn't that long ago. Never mind. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at just now, and the last couple of days have really been quite down. And today's probably a bit the same. And I was like asking Nikki, who's one of the other mums I speak to, like does it get better again? Like, because it is a mixture of like hormones and not knowing like where I end and where like the hormones kind of take over. And I guess as time goes on, I get a bit more used to it. But it's been quite a long time since I've had like PMS, so it's like a year. So um yeah, so it's kind of difficult. And Nikki says, "We want to take a couple of days, and it'll come all right, and it's okay to feel the way I'm feeling." So I guess that's okay. I don't really want anyone to try and fix it. It's not that I want people to fix it. I'm all right with feeling like this, and I think it's acceptable, and I think that it's just part of my grieving process. Um, but it's difficult. It's not an easy journey by any means. Nothing about this is easy. So you just have to roll with it, and like but it does feel like I'm constantly swimming upstream against a current, and sometimes it's kind of hard to keep going. You just have to kind of get out the side and just take a rest, and some days are just going to be like that. And that's what this weekend's been a bit like. I felt really bad for James. He came home on Friday. I had a complete meltdown. Don't think I've probably been that upset since the early days of losing Finlay. But I think it's because like your hopes and dreams, like get your hopes up. Like I haven't made any. I haven't lied. And I don't think any mum like we'd say, like that I do want more family, and you just hope that that will happen. And when it doesn't, like, it's just like your hopes are shattered again, so you got to take your time to like build them back up again, and you don't have much trust in things anymore and stuff. So it's difficult. It is really difficult. This journey itself is really difficult, and like there's lots of books out there and of other people's stories and what they go through and stuff. And like I get an awful lot from the Sands forum. There's just a lot of mums in the same position as me, and you know, you can kind of go on there and rant, and they'll rant back at you, and they totally get it. But unless you've been in this situation, like people really don't understand it at all. Um, your mind is your worst enemy. The worst thing that could possibly happen to someone happened, and you struggle to think that good will come of it. Do you know, like, because you just think that that's it, that's life now. Um, so no, so yeah, so I'm looking forward to. I've got some stuff to look forward to. So I'm looking forward to going to Norway next week to spend some more time with James. And even though he's at work all day, it's still nice to have someone to have dinner with at night and someone to chat your day through with, and just like even just to cuddle with and watch television with is better than having nobody. Do you know? And then in a couple of weeks after that, I'm going to Malaga to see Leslie. I rebooked that because I booked it originally and then panicked and just couldn't go. So I've got something for November and I've got something for December, and then I'll figure out something else for January. And I was saying to James, like, it'll be good when we get his rotation and we know what he's working and when he's been away and when he'll be home, and we can kind of maybe look at like going away for a long weekend together or something. But it has been difficult, him being away all week and me being here by myself. And there is like everyone's like, oh, like my family have been really good, but sometimes you just, like I said, you don't want to put so much weight and pressure onto your family because they want to make everything better. Sometimes you just want people to listen, and I feel like really sorry for the girls that I speak to from Shan's, because I just think like all they ever get is like me feeling shit this week anyway. Normally, I must admit, like it's not normal for me to feel quite as bad low as this, but um, I guess like it's part of the journey. It's a little bit of depression, and there's the fight or flight mode. So you know, I just choose to try and carry on and put one foot in front of the other and try and see if it gets easier. And I guess sometimes it'll be easier to put one foot in front of the other, and some days it won't be. So yeah, so that's my wee blog for today. I don't want to make it any longer because like I don't want people to be like, oh my god, I can't bother to listen to her speak anymore. Um, and I just thought I'd just put across out there how I was feeling and let people know that I'm like I am all right. I'm surviving. Um, and it's just one day at a time. And um, this journey is really difficult. So no matter what anyone thinks, if you're not walking it with me, um, I don't think you understand. I think I found that quite clear around about the way people behaved around about me. Like they're trying really hard and they'll say things, um, like it's only been a short time, it's only been this that, but it's not. It doesn't help. That doesn't help me at all. Um, Time is my worst enemy. I'm so impatient about everything, and I need to. And I've always been someone that buries my head into things. Like I had my running, and then I had my venting and my running, and then I had Finlay. And I always give 110% into whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So just now, what am I trying to do? Survive. So 110% into surviving, and hopefully it'll just get easier with time. I am dreading December as Christmas adverts and stuff start coming on TV. That is really difficult. And James says to me, you know, like just take one day at a time and stop trying to like think ahead. But it scares me. Like I'm really scared of the future. It scares me. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know what today brings. Um, it's just really is just surviving and figuring out what's next for us. So anyway, right, I'm gonna go. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.